This video is great for new comic collectors to understand why you really don't want to set your comics in a certain direction. Stick around and hopefully we'll learn something new. Hello everybody, this is Chris and this is my channel, We Love Comics, and today we are going to talk about why you do not want to stack your comics in a certain way. And this is really going to be good for especially newer collectors, because if you want your comics to be in the best condition, storing them is a major factor. Now, I've done other videos about keeping them away from sunlight and how you could properly put them in boxes, but I want to show something because I've had, even to this day, still people asking this question either in comments or in messages, so I wanted to make this video. Now, I just took some random comics and everything. Now, there are lots of people who will stack their books like that. Now, you don't ever want to lay them flat, and I'm going to show you why, because especially if you're new, you may not realize this. Now, if you look at a comic, you're going to have, I just randomly pick one. This is Harbinger. I have a lot of Valiants back in the days. This isn't even in a bag and board. But you'll notice you got staples on one side, which is going to make the book a little thicker. So what's going to happen is, if you notice, and I put a bunch of comics together, you will notice, let me put this straight, that this side, see how it's raising? See how it lowers when it goes down here? I'll try and keep it flat. What will happen, if you've ever seen a comic where you get a comic and there's this like indent along the spine here, what happens is this. Because you can see the thicker side is here, and when you stack them against each other, the weight, especially if you're putting 10 times more than this, because I've seen people stack hundreds of comics this way, it causes pressure along the spine because this side is thicker, so it's doing an uneven tilt. And that's what causes that little concave indent along the spine, which, depending on it, could break the color of the comic and lowering the value of the comic. So you really do not want to stack your comics down. But if for some reason there's no other way to do it, I don't see why that would be the case. But if you're going to have to do it that way, for whatever reason, what you do is stack them this way. Start with one with the face up, and then one face down. One face up and face down. And I'm going to show you in a second how much better that's going to look. Okay, so now I have stacked these books all going one face up and one face down. So now, if you look, it is completely even all the way across. So if for some reason you wanted to or had to put the books in this position where it's laying flat, now you have equal distribution of weight on both sides, so it won't be compressing on one side. And that's why even if you stack your books in a box, if you have them facing the same way, you'll see after you put a bunch of comics in, instead of it being straight all the way across, you'll see it start to go on an angle. Because again, it's going to compress more on the side of the staples because that side's a little thicker. So I wanted to keep this video really short. This can definitely help, especially a new collector, or even somebody that just didn't think about that, because, you know, it could be like, for example, these books aren't worth thousands of dollars, but you still want to keep them in good condition, because you never know. One day, the Bloodshot movie may come out, and all of a sudden, this book that I tried to sell back in the 90s for $4 could be a $40 book. Who knows? And as you could see, because I store my books properly, this is a book I got the day it came out back in the 90s. This is Tomb Raider Witchblade. And look at the condition. I mean, if this got graded, this would probably be a 9.6 or maybe even a 9.8, and it's not even in a bag, and it never was in a bag. You can see the back. There's no creases. And that's what happens when you take care of the books the right way. So I wanted to share that. Hopefully it will help even one person. If it helps one person, then I did something, you know, that's beneficial. Like I said, the best way to do it is have them like this, standing straight up. And I always use, like you could see here, a cardboard in the back, because especially if you're going to lean them against something that has a lip, and if you look inside your box, you'll see there's an extra lip. You don't want it compressing because a lot of people overstuff their boxes. But I have another video about that. Hopefully you'll check that out. So leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Tell me if this helped you at all, if you never thought of it that way. If you have any other tips, leave that in the comments section. Check out my other videos. Don't forget to wait until the end of this video because I do a surprise subscriber shout out. And all you have to do is comment and be a subscriber. So hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Just don't hit the person next to you because that's not nice. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. This person thinks he's the Japanese flag.